Hello everyone, my name is Zach Levine.
My name is Afnaan Moharram.
I am a young Jewish man.
I'm a young Muslim woman.
Our identities suggest that we live in two entirely different worlds.
This is not the case. I grew up in a very loving family, roughly an hour outside of New York City.
I grew up in a very loving family about an hour outside New York City.
In December, I'm graduating from the University of Pennsylvania in the United States.
In December, I am graduating from the University of Pennsylvania in the United States.
In my studies, I'm focusing on the Middle East.
In my studies, I am too focusing on the Middle East.
I'm a social entrepreneur.
I am also a social entrepreneur. 10 days ago, I arrived at Cambridge University for a social entrepreneurship fellowship.
10 days ago, I too arrived in Cambridge for the same social entrepreneurship fellowship.
That day, I was instructed to turn to the person to my left and introduce myself.
And on that day, I was instructed to look at the person on my right and introduce myself to him.
This was the first time we met. Despite what our appearances suggest, we actually weren't living in two entirely different worlds.
We had many mutual friends, took similar classes, lived a block away from each other, and even were engaged in similar cross-cultural activities on our university campus.
But we might as well have been a world away.
It took the generosity of a European philanthropist and a trip across the Atlantic to bring us together, even though we most certainly were just meters away from one another many times before.
Like most in our fast-paced society, we got caught up and mired down in day-to-day affairs. We literally had to be instructed to turn to our left
and turn to our right. At school, we were buried in books and classes and coursework and extracurriculars, just as many professionals are buried in clients and meetings. Rarely did we stop to slow down.
But these last 10 days, we have.
Over good food
and thought-provoking company,
we left our day-to-days behind and embraced the environment around us. We learned so much from everyone, and we've unearthed very common interests and passions and cultivated meaningful relationships.
Relationships that we hope will transcend oceans and time, and relationships that have already taught us to live our lives looking around.
The workshops, classes, and site visits that we've experienced here have taught us so much about growing our projects and our businesses. Yet the real value of this experience for us has been this network of meeting all of you, all of our peers, of forming these friendships, and perhaps most importantly, realizing the value of turning and speaking to the person next to us, regardless of what their appearance suggests. You're the best.